So after having discussed rule 27, point number A, B, C and D, and after having solved 3 problems, we are proceeding with session 2, that is rule 28, rule 29, rule 30 and rule 31. Have a look on rule 28. Value of supply received by anybody other than agent. If anything received through an agent, that can be covered under rule 29. If anything is received as value of supply from other than an agent, then that can be covered under rule 28. So this is very simple. So no difficulty here. Have a look on rule 29. Value of supply received through an agent. So whenever goods are received through an agent, there comes consignment. It is also called as received without consideration. Received without consideration, nothing but again we are going with the schedule 1 of supply in GST. So schedule 1, goods transacted between the party without consideration. So how to determine value of supply in rule 29? So it is very simple. Value of supply will be open market value or at the option of supplier 90% of price charges. So how do you take that? If it is relating to same kind and same quality, rule 27 subsection C. So same will be taken here. 90% of price charges where same kind, same quality is there. So in this value or this value, the supplier will choose any one of the most economical value. That economical value will be taken as value of supply. So when to apply rule 29? Value of supply received through an agent without consideration, then schedule 1 is applied. Whenever we are applying schedule 1, then value of supply can be determined in the way what we have discussed. Have a look into the question. Have a look on question number 4. Just let me read out the question. Samsung Mobile Company has 20 agents across the Karnataka state. It is dispatched from Samsung Mobile Company to location of its agent without consideration. So because here principal and agent, they are related in one way according to the law of GST. Agents supplied same to its customer at rupees 15,000. Same kind and quality mobile supplied by independent supplier at rupees 14,000. Find open market value and taxable value. So by reading the question, what did you understand? By reading the question, one must understand which rule needs to be applied. Here they have given 2 things. One is, people are related to each other in the form of principal and agent. There is an open market value. And the third thing is also given, same kind and quality is also being supplied by independent supplier. So whenever these 3 are given, which rule needs to be applied? Rule 29 needs to be applied. Whenever we are applying rule 29, how do you determine value of supply? Therefore, solution part, determination of value of supply. Rule 29. So how do you apply rule 29? So you need to consider open market value. Open market value. So what is the open market value given? Anything supplied by independent supplier. How much it is? 14,000 rupees is given. So that is open market value. Whenever other suppliers are giving 14,000 rupees as mobile phone, so that is open market value. Then point number 2, we need to consider taxable value. How do you consider taxable value? Taxable value. So 90% of price charges. 90% of price charges. Same kind and quality is there. Whenever there is the same kind and quality, we need to apply 90%. So taxable value at the option of supplier. At the option of supplier, 90% of price charges because same kind and quality is there. So 90% of 15,000. 90% of 15,000 how much? 13,500. Now in these 2, the supplier should decide either point number 1 value or he has to decide point number 2 value. So how to decide the value? Value of supply is equal to point number 1 or point number 2, which can be taken into consideration. If you sell for more value, you will get more value. So if you take 90% of 15,000, you will be getting 13,500. This is exactly 14,000. As a supplier, you want to sell the product for 14,000 or for 13,500. 1 or 2, which is economical. So 14,000. Therefore, 1 or 2 chosen by supplier. Therefore, value of supply is equal to 14,000. This is the answer for question number 4. So rule 30, value of supply which is on the basis of cost, which includes cost of production of manufactured good, cost of acquisition of same good, cost of provision of services relating to the same good. Then here the value of supply should be cost plus margin. So rule 30 is similar to rule 27 subsection D. So whenever rule 27, 28, 29, 30 are not applied, then we will be taking into consideration rule 31, that is called residual method for value of supply. Look at question number 5. ABC company provides data relating to the month of June. You are required to find value of supply in rule 30. So they have given material including IGST 18%, 23,600, wages and other direct expenses 7,500, factory overhead 5,000, admin overhead 500, selling overhead 3,000, quality control cost 1,000, R&D cost 500, sale of scrap 500, profit margin 15% is given. So you are supposed to find the answer for rule 30. So rule 30, nothing but based on the cost. When all the costs are given, you need to find the value. Rule 30 is similar to rule 27, point number D. So we already solved one problem on the basis of rule 27, D. Same way you need to apply here. Material cost is given. How much is given? 23,600. That is equal to 118%. So 100 divided by 118 when you apply, because IGST is 18%. So that comes to 20,000 rupees. Then wages and direct expenses given as 7,500 rupees. And next factory overhead is given as 5,000 rupees. Admin overhead is given as 500 rupees. Selling and distribution cost is given, that we are not considering. 3,000 we are ignoring. Quality control we are taking 1,000. Then R&D cost is given as 500. After adding all these items, the amount comes to 34,500. From this 34,500 you are supposed to deduct sale of scrap. How much is the sale of scrap? 500. So we are getting 34,000. So this 34,000 will be taken as cost of production. For this we need to add profit margin at 15% of 34,000. That comes to 5,100. So 5,100 after adding as profit 39,100, that will be taken as value of taxable supply in rule 30, which is similar to rule 27 subsection D. So why do we apply rule 30? Because all the cost elements are given. Whenever cost elements are given, both the rules are applied. Rule 30 as well as rule 27 subsection D. Thank you. By this we completed session 2 of value of supply.